One of the biggest buildings downtown is the bank. You look around. The bank is bigger than the courthouse. What does that tell you about who controls us? Who controls the government? The biggest building you can see. It's bigger than the casino, it's taller than the Golden Nugget Casino, yeah. The real rulers, our real rulers, the people you're not allowed to talk about. It's not?
It's federal courthouse.
So I'm not allowed to take a picture of the federal building?
Is there a reason why?
Well, number one, the American people paid for this building.
Is there a reason why? Is why I'm asking you. I don't want an argument, I just want to know what your reasoning is.
Well, I'll give you my reasoning.
Okay.
The people of America want to see what they paid for. They paid for this building, they want to be able to see it on alternative media. On alternative media.
Okay.
Not with CNN.
If you want, go across the street and take a picture of it. I won't bother you over there.
Thank you very much.
You bet.
Because Americans don't deserve to be bothered. You know that.
Why don't you go across the street and take your picture?
I will. But remember this, when I go across the street, Americans will not be bothered. Thank you. Thank you. You saw it. If you try to take a picture of a federal building, that's a problem. The security will come up upon you and say, listen, you don't have the right to take a picture of a federal building. We have security, we have buku security, and they will come out and watch you. They will try to intimidate you. But Americans are tired of being pushed around. Americans are tired of being bullied. That's why we're here. And that's why there'll be a protest down at this city tomorrow. Thursday, there's a protest for the last rancher standing in Nevada. So here we are at the Lloyd George Federal Courthouse. This is Wednesday. Now tomorrow, which is March 10th, Thursday, March 10th, there's going to be a protest here. Somewhere on this area here. They claim this is not government land. I'm not sure what they're talking about, but the newspaper claimed that the protest will not be on government land. So I'm not sure what they're talking about because I don't see anything here but government land. But this is going to be the location right here. The Patriots, the police think there's going to be 50 to 100 people protesting here for the Bundy ranchers, the last ranchers left in the Clark County. As I said, the police think there's going to be 50 to 100 protesters. I believe that is an understatement because there's 2 million people in Las Vegas area. There's close to 2 million people in Clark County. And as you can see up there, they're watching me from the top floor. But they believe there's only going to be 50 to 100 protesters out here. We'll see about that. Again, this is going to be the location of the protest in Las Vegas, downtown Las Vegas tomorrow. There'll be protesters here because Cliven Bundy is going to be going before a judge. This is the front of the federal building, and I was trying to take a photograph of the back of this federal building. As you noticed earlier, they don't want you taking pictures of that for some reason. I think it's just security guards thinking they have too much power. The flag is at half-mast for Nancy Reagan, who just passed away. As you can see, they're getting prepared. If you can see this little police, I don't even know what you call this little police vehicle. It's got cell phones at the top, it's got cameras, security cameras at the top. It's probably a generator. They're getting prepared for the protest tomorrow. As you can see, that's the vehicle. I don't know what you call that thing, a little police cart. A police security cart, that's what we'll call it, a police security cart. I have no idea what kind of technology is in that thing, but there'll probably be more tomorrow. This is the federal building. Right across the street is the Lloyd George Courthouse. This is where the defiant protester, Cliven Bundy, will go before a judge. As you know, Cliven Bundy does not recognize the authority of this court because he has watched the federal people destroy dozens of his fellow ranchers in Clark County. As I've said many times before, Cliven Bundy and his family are the last ranchers in Clark County. I mean, what is that? Is that like a dinosaur? Is that like an extinct animal? You're looking at the building of the people who are trying to put out the last rancher in Clark County. Now this is where the protest will be tomorrow. Supposedly right on these steps. As I said before, the police think there will be 50 to 100 protesters on these steps tomorrow. They'll be protesting for and against Cliven Bundy. You got to realize there are people who work in the federal system, the local system. There are many people in the government who do not appreciate Cliven Bundy and his family. There are many people out there who do not think there needs to be any more ranchers in Clark County. What I feel is very sad is what happens when the Bundy family is put out of business. Just like the Hammond family was put out of business. What is this about putting ranchers out of business? This is evil. This is evil in my opinion. Of course I am just a commentator. I am just reporting on the subject. That's all I am. I'm just Von Mueller reporting. As you can see, they're watching me across the street. They're getting prepared. They're making phone calls. But we are just alternative media. We are just reporting on what's happening. All I want to know is the truth. If the truth looks ugly, then so be it. That's what protesting is all about. Protesting is about finding out the truth. Sometimes people want the truth hidden for a paycheck and a job. Well, it looks like I have created a little bit of attention out here. So we'll wait till tomorrow to the big action. How you doing?
Fine. Yourself?
I'm doing okay.
Okay, sir, I just got a couple rules I need to tell you about the building.
You want to talk to me, you say?
Yes.
What do you want to talk about?
About the building here and taking pictures. You can take pictures anywhere out here, as long as they're not for commercial, but no pictures through the windows, okay?
No pictures through the window?
Yeah.
But I'm allowed to take pictures out here?
Yes, sir. All you want.
Thank you very much.
Very good.
I appreciate
Have a good day.
I appreciate that. So, we're not allowed to take pictures through the window, but we can take pictures out here. We'll have to study those rules later, but those are the rules upon us. So now, Von Mueller reporting from Las Vegas at the federal courthouse where Cliven Bundy will go before the judge, and he will have to answer to the federal people who think they are the rulers of the whole world. In my opinion, only God rules over all of us. We have one ruler, and that is a God. One ruler. I don't believe people who make up their own rules and regulations are my God.